V reversal was literally so bad that it became evident. The problems with Street Fighter V is it's not a game. Making rushdown characters top tier makes people very angry, and not having defensive options doesn't help the fact that rushdown characters are top tier.
I think they're around.
So what do? Well, first off, we removed the majority of rushdown characters, and even if we didn't remove them, they now have V shift from 5, so that they can basically, do Roman cancels and pressure people in the corner by themselves. So technically, everyone's a rushdown character. And then we gave people the ability to just parry everything again. So now everybody just has the ultimate defensive option, which is I know the timing on that move, and I say nope. And so from my observation of fighting game mannerisms, I could probably say that most people are probably going to actually think Street Fighter 6 is pretty awesome.
It also has
it's probably going to take a lot for them to actually look at the game and say, who is banned?
It also has the modern controls, so, normal people can play the game.
Street Fighter's not that complicated.
Why do I have 6 buttons?
What do you mean?
6 buttons. Give me an actual use for every button in the game. If you can.
Hey, look, it's
actual use. Light punches, light punch. Medium punches, medium punch. Heavy punches, heavy punch. Jab. Was it jab?
I think it was over here.
I can't remember what it is. It's jabs. I can't remember what the punching buttons are. I know it's low. It's low, something, and roundhouse for kicks, but I can't remember what the one is for punches. It's like jab something and fierce. But no, yeah, the whole point is,
where it is.
Light punch is your quick option. It literally combos into itself, giving all beginner players a beginner combo that is completely easy because they can literally just press jab 4 times and it literally combos into each other. So as long as you're just holding forward and pressing jab, you can always combo someone. Medium punch, slower, but does more damage. Heavy punch, much slower, does more damage, but if he gets blocked, you probably about to get hit with the mix.
Okay.
It makes it sound like medium and heavy fill the same role.
Well, it's yes, medium. The way that we basically that I think they basically try to paint it at this point is that normally heavy is your crush counter. So heavy's the button you press when someone else does something that puts them in that locks them into basically block stun. So that now you look at them and say, ooh, I use my Uno reverse card, heavy punch, bop. Because the whole point of crush counter is that crush counter not only basically gets you your turn back, but also gives you frames so that you can do dumber combos. Because now you have bonus frames that you regularly would not have if you normally just raw pressed heavy.
I also love how you just casually acknowledge fighting games being turn-based like it's a good thing.
Well, you mean it's turn-based? Yeah, the whole point of rushdown characters is it's my turn and I want it now. The problem with zone characters and the reason why rushdown characters suck against zone characters is because zone characters say, no, it's my turn. The reason nobody wants to play grapplers, but also no one wants to play against a grappler, is because grapplers say, it's not my turn. But when it is,
Blood
it's
Moon.
over. It's over.
Yeah, hey, Blood Moon.
Can't remember where the foothills stable is.
Because grapple characters are literally the balance margin of, because I have the shortest range in the game, I do the most damage.
if the foothill stable is the one stable from the first game, wouldn't
When
it?
below the bloodstained moon shines upon the land.
Wouldn't it be farther down the path? Because
That's what I was.
Does this cutscene play every time this happens?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Because
Because the game needs to use the cutscene to load.
you can skip it. It plays every time it happens, but it's mostly just a buffer because the.
I don't like that you said that, and it makes sense. Because I don't like it.
You know what the game is actually using blood moons for from a coding perspective, right?
What do you mean?
The game uses blood.
The
moons.
blood moons reset the world, but it undoes the memory cache of shit you left around. It essentially
Oh, okay.
they hid
Like all those.
flushing the system memory.
It's that thing where you don't have to worry about your game randomly freezing for a second, so that we can start deleting shit.
Exactly.
Yes. If you play too long,
But at the same time, I still don't like it because what you said makes sense, but I still don't like it.
In this game, it makes more sense because it's there to clear out all the random crap
that's
you
a
don't-
Bokoblin boss. Those guys, the
Take 'em.
fat ones.
Take him.
Yeah, I kill those all the time.
Yeah,
Take him.
that's a. I was avoiding one of
You
the.
got him.
Those are
1v1.
way less scary than the
One
guy
v
I
one.
just got bodied by.
You got him. Hit him up. Hit him with the sauce.
Might be over.
Look at him
Don't
and say,
remember
I
that
ain't no Ryu, but it's
stable
about to be
is.
Street Fighter up in here.
I'm still sitting on the video of all the side quests to get the.
I love.
I need
I
to double
love
check
the,
that.
What is it? I love the Street
Foothill's
Fighter.
down here somewhere.
I
It's, just
love
not,
the Street Fighter.
it's not the one at the
subreddit.
bottom because that's woodlands. So we need Foothill. I don't remember what side of the mountain
I'll go look it up again.
Foothill was on.
I love the Street Fighter subreddit because someone literally posted a meme that was just Ryu sitting in black and white, and it literally said, "Man, look at all these new characters." Picks Ryu.
Went up and around.
The
That's
show
what-
knows the
check for
workhorse
some
of fighting
stuff.
games.
Yeah, shit, that's what you want to call it. That's what you wanna call
There we go. Ow.
it. I mean, Shotos literally serve a role in the economy of fighting games. They are the character that if you don't know what you're doing, you can pick and probably do some pretty dumb shit.
Guess while I'm up here, might as well do some
And
other
even if
stuff.
you can't do dumb shit, you have all the options. You have DP, you have ranged, and you're a Dukin. You have good buttons. Not the
Oh,
best.
wait,
good
are those lines for a memory? Hold on. Hold on. Distractions.
I saw that there was apparently an uproar because everybody was talking about Cammy because of her redesign, but then
Oh,
they
those are
revealed.
lines.
But then they revealed
Oh, that's
that they
actually
have
quite simple. It's
plastic
right there.
costumes, where Cammy basically just has her old costume back with the leotard, and literally all of these like game journalist articles started popping up talking about Capcom. I can't believe that they sat there and threw in her old costume after doing what they should have done, and blah 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 blah.
Memory time!
And
Yay!
then and the worst part about them is that every single one of them are literally getting canned right now because everyone on the internet is like, "God, shut up! I love her classic costume."
Booyah. Found a memory, guys!
The only problem with the redesign I have is that her color was changed from green to blue. I like characters
Man, blue.
to keep a consistent color.
What do you mean? Well,
What?
I love how this game just casually has tablets.
It is quite an interesting.
This man's literally
device.
holding a Switch.
This is definitely not from this era. That said, I believe there may be a way to get the travel functionality working here. I'd like to tinker with it a bit. Would it
Also,
be okay
Zelda
if I
seems so
borrowed
out of
it?
place.
She's hanging out in the past.
Well, she's
Again, she seems so out of place.
Wouldn't that be fitting considering how she's literally in a different time?
Well, yes, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, what's happening?
believe my story?
I'm not, I'm still very confused about what exactly is like. What is the goal here? Is Ganon trying to win in the past so that he can win in the present, or like, what's the game plan?
I suspect it
Yes.
was the power of your
Wait.
stone that allowed you to travel through
Do
time.
not under. No, he's in the
To
past.
put it simply,
Ganon's in the
secret
past.
stones
In the
amplify
past.
the
Where
power
he-
their
where
owners
he
possess.
lives.
Hold on. Talk about that in a
lives
second.
in the past?
No.
To separate
We
my
will-
spirit from
So
my
what you're saying is that Ganon is always consistent, but
Rauru can repel or
defeating
destroy
Ganon in the
evil with
present
its power of
just
light.
doesn't matter because he's always in the
Hold-
past.
No.
Control time.
No.
As for you,
Talk about that in a
No.
second because this game's doing.
Literally linear timeline.
In
Okay. So what you're saying is Zelda and Ganon pooped into the past.
No.
He's
We-
already there.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. So Ganon's already in the past,
I will talk.
and Zelda for some reason went in the
it doesn't
past.
suddenly grant you
after
mastery
he was
and
already
control.
there.
I will talk about
I
that.
feel like
It-
you're still just critically
You
missing.
don't already know how to get your
I'm
Trying to
not,
hear-
I'm not sure.
He
What is
is
that?
in the past.
This is why-
because he was born in the past.
When you start, yeah,
There are
memory's
stories
about to
about the
end.
This is why time travel is
and
bullshit.
then he was sealed for a really long time and
To
ended up
swallow a
in the
secret
future.
stone is to become
is
an
the
immortal
present.
dragon, one
So
blessed
you
with
find
eternal life.
sealed Ganon, and the Ganon you found in Breath of the Wild was literally just
Wait,
Ganon energy.
I think the game is about to reveal something important. Not to this conversation, just important in general.
These stories could hint at a
Not with-
solution
no,
to our
it's
dilemma.
insane yet. Oh wait.
Yes,
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
but there is still more to those tales.
Is that I'm just playing this game we're recording. I'm just trying to.
Oh, yep, it's that memory.
That is why it is forbidden. I thought maybe this could lead to a solution, some way to transcend time.
Hmm.
But if you have to
Just gonna drop
sacrifice
that
your
on me,
heart and
game.
mind, sacrifice what makes you
Oh.
you.
Like,
I'm sorry. I wish I could.
the answer to that, as I said, because I know a bunch of spoilers because the internet has
No, chill.
I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what the actual story is here.
And learning more about the nature of your
Ganon
power.
is in the past because that's where Ganon
I'm
is.
sure Sonya would be happy to
That's
help.
where he was dude.
Okay.
And then he lose.
Okay.
He, well, he, I don't know if you want to say he lose fight. But
Okay, into the
he gets
memory.
sealed and is basically
In-
mummified under Hyrule.
Ganon.
And so what you fight in Breath of the Wild is basically dark Ganon energy, but not actual.
The
Ganon
short
energy.
version in this continuity, Ganon was in the past. He was just straight out in the past. And Calamity Ganon, the villain from Breath of the Wild, is literally Ganon's malice and energy. Under the castle is a mummified corpse of Ganon with Raru's arm, the arm I'm using to do, this crap.
The arm that you literally got. Yeah.
And Raru's arm is holding Ganon's mummified corpse. Ganon did not die. He was basically sealed in this, mummified state. And when Zelda and Link went under the castle and messed with the body, they undid the seal, so Ganon woke up in the future and started gathering power. And to just explain in the Vegas sense, Zelda ended up, because of time travel bullshit, back in time to when Ganon was at his strongest, which in this continuity, Ganon was fighting Rauru, the ancient king of Hyrule. That mummified corpse is because Rauru could not defeat Ganon, just kind of seal Ganon under the castle. And now that he's awakened, what's happening in the future is you need to go deal with,
I mean the present.
Yes.
Correct, not the future.
the present for us, but what's happening in the future for them is they know because Zelda was time traveling, where Zelda time traveled and said, no matter what you do, I've seen, that guy down there that you're fighting, I saw his corpse. So it's Zelda basically told Rauru, it's no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to defeat Ganon. So then, they knew in the future, which is this present time that I'm playing right now, that Link would go and, bop Ganon over the head.
Okay, now.
Okay. So that that leads me to my question that I was gonna ask then. What is Ganon doing right now?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He's just
That's why I'm very confused by this plot.
that
Fuck all, George.
Because
And
that's
as-
basically what's happening. Is that Ganon is literally
Do we have a shrine called...
resurrected, but Ganon is literally doing.
Do we have a
Fuck
shrine
off.
named Wind Power? Because if we have a shrine named Wind Power...
I don't think. What direction do I need to go?
I think wait, there's a house icon right there. I think that might be the...
Because I now
Unmarked
understand. I now understand what we're talking about. And how
Is it around
and
here?
I'm not on
Oh,
board. I get what we're saying, but because I get what we're saying, I'm now realizing Ganon is doing absolutely jack off.
He picked
He's
up.
doing jack off.
He picked up Hyrule
probably-
Castle and flew off
Yeah,
with
yeah,
it.
he shot Hyrule. He shot a bunch of underground stuff up in the air, so there'd be level design. And then he he basically played Super Mario Maker for like 10 seconds with Hyrule set, and I presume is just chugging pre-workout and doing a bunch of sit-ups and push-ups.
Open the map.
So that when you get back to him, he'll be ripped again.
I
That
believe
is
it's
my head
on
canon.
this
He
road.
is literally pulling an
Up
Akihiko
around
Sonata.
here, I
He's
think.
literally just taking straight protein, doing a bunch of sit-ups, push-ups,
We'll go with that
drinking some juice. So that way when you get him, he's gonna be rehydrated Ganon and not, mummy Ganon.
Okay.
I assume we fight.
Okay. So
I assume
so
we fight.
So I have to
I-
unfortunately say, at this point, I'm kind of like, man, this story's a little it's a little lacking.
This is why you don't time
Yeah.
travel.
He can't fight you as Mummy Ganon. He needs to get that pre-workout, start juicing a little bit, do some sit-ups, some push-ups. Because again, I just assume we
But
fight
man,
with Ganon, I'm
he's
not sure.
he's strong enough to play Mario Maker with Hyrule.
No. That's just
What do you mean you can't? He can't fight you as a mummy. I don't see Link over here playing Mario Maker with Hyrule. He's barely got enough tools to actually do anything.
We
Have
also
you
have.
seen what people have done with Ultra Hand?
Have I seen people take way too much time fooling
Quark,
around with
Quark,
Ultra
Quark,
Hand?
Quark,
No.
Quark, Quark,
Two.
Quark, Quark,
Especially considering that 90% of the time when I watch anyone actually just do stuff with Ultra Hand, they don't do anything.
Quark, Quark,
All the war crimes.
Quark,
Every last war crime.
Quark,
That direction. Yeah, I think it is down there.
Because again, this physics system's a little shaky.
A little, if you want to see big shaky, take a spear, take a plank of wood, fuse the spear to the plank of wood, have an adjacent plank of wood, throw the spear, stop the spear midair,
What is
fuse
that?
it, and rewind it, and all the thrown momentum of the plank of wood sphere you tossed will be applied to the one you attached it to.
What is that?
What?
I really hope that thing is running.
What the hell are you looking at?
I don't know.
Try to describe it.
It looks like a dragon from Chinese folklore.
Oh, that's...
Is it one of? Is it just a long dragon flying around?
Well, normally things fly above ground.
That's just one of the elemental dragons.
The elemental dragons, they're technically friendly, and if you can get on them, they have rare items, or if you shoot them with arrows, they'll also drop rare items.
They're friendly, but I can shoot them.
Yes.
It's like in the first game. It's like in Breath of the Wild. You
Well,
can
you're
shoot.
technically not shooting them, you're breaking scales
You're
off.
breaking scales and body parts off.
I just didn't know.
Oh, Charles, it's okay. I'm gonna just shoot your arm off. Whoa, you're gonna shoot your arm off? My arm off? Oh, like, my arm. It's okay, Charles. It's
I
okay.
just didn't expect to see them underground.
Link, I thought we were friends. We weren't friends, Charles. I just need to shoot your arm off real quick. Get these items.
think the underground ones are similar.
Well, it's flying above ground now.
Oh wait, yeah, they start underground. I forgot about that. I just remember that was a thing. Yeah, that's one of the.
Wait, I think.
Again, they're technically friendly, but because they do have elements, if you get near like the electric one, sometimes it will create a like thunderstorm around itself and just kind of zap you by proxy. But they're technically non-aggressive. I have
All I heard is that the thunder one is actually,
can't
you
get
know,
zapped if you're
you shoot me, I shoot back.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, how many of you also got completely confused by the story like Brian did? And as a bit of a bonus question, what is your opinion on the story, since a lot of people don't like it, myself included, because I don't think the story is all that good, in my opinion, because it is pointless and incredibly convoluted, because once again, you're basically living out events that already happened, meaning you don't really affect the story until right up near the end, since most of the interesting stuff already happened, and you know it happened in the past. And once you catch on to the fact that Zelda is in the past, you start to realize, oh wait, she couldn't do anything important, because if she affected something important, then technically Ganon shouldn't have been in the future. And that would basically mean his mummified body shouldn't have been there. And that makes the story especially pointless. Much like the first game, all the good stuff happened in the past. Meaning, much like the first game, instead of basically participating in the story, you're watching the story unfold. Meaning, the story already happened. And when you realize this is yet another plot like the first game, you realize that nothing you watch should be able to affect Ganondorf being underneath the castle in a mummified state. So then the story gets extra pointless, because you don't directly affect it at all, and all the good stuff happened in the past. So you're basically watching the story as a spectator versus actually participating in it, and when you realize that all the good stuff already happened, you'll quickly realize that they can't contradict Ganondorf being a mummy under the castle. And when that clicks, you realize, oh, the story is basically super pointless, because we're basically going to build up to how he got mummified. And then, after you work that out, you could go kick his ass in the present. And then you have a more direct effect on the story, because you basically end off the damn game. But before that, you basically just watch the story as a spectator. And personally, I feel like Brian getting a bit confused is a bit silly, since I thought it was clear enough what happened, since it becomes pretty obvious that Ganondorf was basically from the past, and he got sealed in the past, and this would basically be Ganondorf during the imprisoning war, meaning Zelda is experiencing the imprisoning war, meaning you're just spectating until you basically go kick his ass. But I will agree with Brian on one thing, that technically means other than a few things you'll find out later on or earlier, depending on what part of the story you watch, you figure out what Ganon is doing, but outside of that one thing, he basically is doing fucking nothing in the present. So, he's also basically a non-entity outside of that one thing. And then you go fight him, and then you beat the game. So, I will agree on one point. The story is awful, but I'm starting to ramble. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.